Well, one point of confusion surrounding the COVID-19 vaccine right now is if you can cross state lines to get your vaccine. Originally, officials in both Washington and Idaho said that it was fine.
However, confusion happened as time went on and the mass vaccination sites opened. Ian Smay of our CREM 2 vaccine team is live in the newsroom tonight to explain how the answers have changed and where we stand tonight. Ian?
Yeah, Mark. Originally, we were told that both Washington and Idaho didn't have any guidelines against those from out of state, but things have changed. Let's take a look at what's happened in the last few weeks. We first reached out in early January to both the Washington Department of Health and the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare about whether people could cross state lines for vaccines. On January 13th, the Washington DOH told us, quote, "COVID-19 vaccination does not require any proof of residency. We have people who may live in Oregon or Idaho but work in Washington and get their vaccine from their employer, or who may only live in Washington part of the year." The following day, January 14th, Danielle Koenig with Washington DOH added more clarity. She said people who get the vaccine in two states should make sure both doses are of the same vaccine, as states don't always share records. She also added, quote, "Other than that, there is no problem getting the two doses at different facilities." On that same day, January 14th, we received this voicemail from an official with the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare.
I do have the answer to your question here. Basically, people do not have to prove residency to receive a vaccine, so one could get the two doses in different states as long as they're the same vaccine.
So far, Idaho's Department of Health and Welfare hasn't released any guidance changing this. That's not the story here in Washington. Here's the big change. A mass COVID-19 vaccination site opened at the Spokane Arena on Wednesday, January 27th. CREM reporters spoke with a man from Idaho who said he got the vaccine at the arena. This led to many CREM viewers reaching out to ask if this was okay. That same night, the Washington DOH released a statement saying people must live or work in Washington to get a vaccine at a mass vaccination site. Now, Chaz Health, which runs the arena site, said it is relying on an honor system if someone says they don't have proof of residency. Some of the forms of ID Washington lists as acceptable are a driver's license, a utility bill, or a letter with your address, to name a few. Mark, Whitney?
And quickly, Ian, one question tonight. We've heard about these restrictions at Washington's mass vaccination sites. Do these restrictions apply also to other providers like Multicare or Providence?
Yeah, that's a good question, Mark. The statement the Washington Department of Health released on January 27th only mentions the mass vaccination sites. We reached out yesterday asking for clarification on this or if it applies to other providers in the state, but we have not heard back yet.